It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddy and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddy
Welcome to the midday show. We're a little late because Perla and Lisa came in here like a hurricane.
If you watched our morning show, you'll see it was, yes.
It was crazy.
That was crazy.
It's nuts. How you doing?
I'm great. You ready for Halloween? It's coming up Friday, right around the corner.
Well, we're proud to announce that we just signed a deal with Texas Row House in Boynton Beach.
You're getting hungry already.
And we're going to be going and doing some stuff with them. They sent some video work that we have to do for them, some video stuff. And today they have a trunk or treat party in the parking lot.
My understanding is you're going.
I'm going.
And Jay's going.
And Jay's
She's got a $5 margarita coming her way.
Yeah, she may ever have two. The way I'm going, I may have four.
I don't know. You spent all that money this morning, so
I spent what money?
All of your PayPal money.
$18.
You could have bought 3 margaritas.
Wow.
Plus the tip.
Wow. I wonder if Heather's going. Hey, Heather! Yeah. Are you going trunk and treating with us to Texas Row House?
She can't.
Good. That means more money for us.
Jay, you got $18.
Jay, we got to drink. Jay, I may get you 2 drinks.
Great. Anyway, that's going to be up at Texas Roadhouse up in Boynton Beach in the parking lot, I think.
Look at this. If you eat early, you get a meal for $13.99. It's the early bird special.
What time?
Before 5.
Before 5. So that's kind of like lunch.
It's a brunch. It's an early dinner.
Monday through Thursday until 6.
Until 6.
Friday through Sunday until 3. So that's lunch. But till 6 is not bad.
I'm going to tell you, and Steve and Sally from Call Me Zena, they're going to be there today as well. I was just informed. So this is a lot of fun. Meet me there.
Very nice. You getting dressed for Halloween?
This is it.
That's it. You're going as Croc Dundee.
No, I'm going to put a cast on and go as Moses.
Crocodile Dundee. Anyway, we've got Helen Archer here today.
Crocodile Dundee?
Crocodile Dundee, don't you think? He's got the hat and the shirt. Yeah.
I just need the big knife.
Machete.
Can help you with that.
It's going to help you with that. We got Ed Salazar here.
Salazar, you have a big knife?
I'm a Mexican.
Oh.
You ain't got though.
He's a Mexican, he says. Oh, my God.
Got Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society. See what's happening with the stars and the alignment. She predicted last week was going to be a success, and she was correct.
Yes. Congratulations once again. You weren't even sitting there. I saw you sitting there. It was a success. You were, again, 100% right. Are you ever wrong?
I don't know. All right, you want to talk to Ed or get into it with Helen for a little bit?
No, let's talk to Ed because Ed has to get back to work. They're calling him. See?
Yeah, they're calling me now.
They're already calling him.
Time to get back to work. He hasn't had to turn his phone off, but
Well, I'm going to do that right now.
Abdullah is working on a commercial for Ed's show,
Yes, and what is Ed's show?
The Fight Against the Free Kill Laws. And I'm going to let Ed Salazar, respiratory therapist Ed Salazar, explain it to you. Because if I explain it, you're going to say that doesn't make any sense. Why do we have a state that has this law? And I'm going to say, talk to Ed. So we're going to introduce Ed Salazar. He is the host of A Fight Against the Free Kill Laws in Florida. And he airs on Mondays at 5 o'clock. So welcome, Ed. Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure. And again, thank you so very much. I'm so grateful for AMP2 Media, and I'm so impressed with the talent that they have here, the technical staff that they have. This is our 2nd season, and last year, for the first time ever, the efforts to abolish these abhorrent laws made it through the Florida House, through the House and the Senate, only to be vetoed by Governor DeSantis. The organization, the Florida Medical Rights Association, is coordinating an effort by people all over the state of Florida who have loved ones who have been victims of this ridiculous law. And you know, I'm as you said, I'm a respiratory therapist. I've been a respiratory therapist in South Florida for 50 years now. For 30 years, I worked within the hospital system that my son died in. And I had never heard of these laws. I didn't understand sovereign immunity statutes. I did not understand a law that if you were older than 25 years of age, if you were single, if you had no dependents that were financially dependent upon you, then the value of your life as being lost through a medical error is zero. And I've talked with other people in healthcare that also had absolutely no idea that this existed. So, you know, just the awareness that we're helping to bring in coordination with all these other groups in the state of Florida. We've got great momentum going right now. We have a number of very influential legislators in Florida who are very sympathetic. We have a few that are vehemently opposed. And what we're up against, obviously, is the interest of very powerful special interest groups. Florida Medical Association, health insurance companies, the Florida Medical Association, things like that.
Why do you think, because it got further than it typically has gotten, and I really thought, and we talked about this, Freddie, that it got to the point that we thought, this is going to pass.
Yeah.
Why do you think it was vetoed? Because of these big organizations that just don't want it? In other states, they don't have a law like we have to this extent.
That's correct. And, you know, I can only speculate, Dawn. There is evidence that the day before Governor DeSantis announced that he would veto the measure, he didn't meet with family members. He met with lobbyists. Now, go draw whatever conclusions you want from that.
In your show, we're here to bring awareness to that this law even exists.
Correct.
And does it go back up again? Can it be brought back up to Senate and back up to the governor, or?
There are legislators, and I apologize if I mispronounce names, but Trabulsi, I think it's Lopez, they have sponsored a new resolution for this session, and I believe it's House Bill 6003. I'll clarify that on our next broadcast. But there is a new resolution going through committees to try to get to the same point that it did last year, where it will come to a vote before the entire Florida legislature. Yes.
Incredible. And
What?
we did a piece for Ed that went up to Angel Studios. And
Yes, we actually put the word out to look at the problem, because sometimes people, they don't understand how it affects the issues. And I know that Elliot was here, and we talked a little bit to Elliot, and he explained how it was perceived. Sometimes information has to be given to people to understand it. And when you're in the fire, and Ed lost his son tragically, when you're in the fire, it's a different understanding no matter what the law is. So it changes perspective because he is directly affected by it. So we're opening up the studio to have conversations. Not only is that bringing this forward, but some other things that he's going to bring on the show as well. And we're going to get into that as well. But it's funny because we met with that yesterday, he did his show, and then somebody showed up today
talking about the same thing.
talking about another tragedy that's going on. But there were tragedies all over the place going on in Florida. But this is one of the ones that has to be dealt with, because this is one that hits close to home, as they say.
Sure.
And I always said to a politician, God forbid that something happens in your life that you're affected by this directly, a death of a daughter or a son, something directly that it affects you, I like to see how then they would vote, how they would react, how they would see what's going on in what we're talking about, because it changes your perspective. It always does. And I give Ed a lot of courage. I've known Ed for many years to coming forward to this thing and informing, not fighting. We're not fighting. We're having dialogue, informing so that the best decision can be made, which is to get rid of this law.
Well, awareness is the first step, and that's what AMP2 is doing for us. And we're deeply grateful for everything that you and Dawn have done.
Oh, thank you so much. It seems like somebody needs Ed at the moment. Thank you so much, Ed, for sharing your story. Abdul is working on a commercial, so we can continue to play that. We have to do something with that crackling light.
Yeah, I got to tighten the bulb.
Or ask Helen what's going on and see on this Halloween. I got crackling going on at the other side of the studio. But tune in on Mondays at 5 o'clock to a fight against the free kill laws.
And write in.
Florida.
If you got a story we want to hear from you, we'll put you on the air.
You can find it on social media, freekill.com, one long word. Facebook as well, and you can contact him right here at the studio.
That's right, because together we can get this ship pointed in the right direction.
All right, let's take a quick break. Ed, thank you so much for staying with us.
Thank you for your time.
We're going to come on the other side of this break. We've got Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology joining us, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddy S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Can Gen X really reduce signs of aging? Gen X is powered by advanced peptides, hyaluronic acid, collagen, and growth factors. Clinically designed to hydrate, brighten, and repair the look of skin. Loved by real women who want results they can see. In just 2 weeks, skin looks visibly smoother, brighter, and even more toned, with up to 70% reduction in dark spots and pigmentation. Discover Gen X, because beautiful skin is ageless. Shop now at genxbeauty.com.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Step into a world where emotion meets expression, and every brushstroke tells a story. DeBilson Art Gallery features the captivating whimsical works of internationally renowned artist William DeBilson. From larger-than-life portraits to abstract reflections of love, loneliness, and connection, each piece invites you to feel, reflect, and escape the ordinary. Located in the heart of Delray, this art gallery is more than a space, it's an experience. Come discover what speaks to you. Visit DeBilson Art Gallery today.
Do you remember the music of the 50s and 60s?
You better eat all your dinner, and you better be good in school, or you could end up in
The songs that made you dance, laugh, and fall in love?
You know you could be better than a slimy fish.
The family, the food, the fun, and the memories that came with that. Relive those golden days with Peter Tracy on PHT Live, where music and memories come alive. Like and subscribe today at PHT Live on YouTube and get entered to win a free t-shirt. Plus a chance to meet Peter live in studio. PHT Live with Peter Tracy, bringing back the good vibes.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
and we're back. Important stuff for Ed Salazar. I know him almost 8 years. Long time.
Fight
Good
for a
friend.
good cause. Fight for a good cause. All right, so I don't even know where we are in the moon cycle, but I do know, I don't know if you saw it, the horrible rains we had here a few days ago.
To me, it was just raining.
Flooded the Boca Hotel. Have you seen what the lobby looks like? They had to shut the hotel down.
That's because they're on the ocean.
Well, all I know is the rains came and they're not on the ocean. They're on the, I don't even know if they're on the inlet.
The Pink Hotel, it's on the ocean.
Well, it flooded.
It's not?
No, I didn't think so.
Hotel here, ocean here.
Ocean
go
there.
here.
Anyway,
Hotel get slammed.
we have to talk to Helen and find out what was going on. I don't know what's going on with the hurricane in Jamaica. There was horrible weather up in Pensacola, in Titusville that came down. A lot of
Titusville?
storm. Titusville.
Who's?
Yeah, that one too.
Titusville.
So let's roll Cosmic Astrology Society, Helen Archer's intro. And there she is.
And there she is.
How are you doing, Helen?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us last Tuesday at our event.
That was fun.
Did you have a good time?
Of course.
Was it what you thought? You told us it was going to be successful, and it even beat our expectations for sure.
It was definitely, everybody was having a wonderful time.
So music was great, food was great, you were there. What's happening with the planets? I know we're not quite a Mercury retrograde yet. We're heading into Halloween. The storms this week have been terrible. Is it something with the alignment of the planets?
Well, what happened was we had that new moon, and there was the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Mars, all in Scorpio, tied to a trine with Saturn and Jupiter in water signs. So that's when this storm started. And that is just like when you see the intensity of this storm, the strength of it, and that is like Scorpio, you know. We don't always understand Scorpio, but their intensity and their strength goes really, really deep, and that's why this storm is so strong. And I pray for everybody in the islands that they'll all be okay. But the effects of that eclipse that we had, which really wasn't visible in this hemisphere, but was a little bit visible over there in the islands because it was at 3 p.m. So it was earlier there towards that eastern side of the earth. And so that's where you're seeing the effects.
It makes a difference if you can visibly see the eclipse versus not see the eclipse?
Yes, where the eclipse is visible is where the strongest influences occur.
Wow. Interesting.
So anyway, the good news is that the 4 planets that were together in Scorpio are now separating. And tomorrow, Mercury will leave Scorpio and go into Sagittarius, which is a much more positive and upbeat sign. But it's a fire sign, so now we're going to have a little issue with fires and explosions, so we have to be careful with electricity and all those things.
As he's messing with the light bulb, it's making you think of that?
Yeah.
Please be careful.
And then and then on Halloween, Mars will go into Sagittarius, which is, again, a fire sign, more upbeat. Mars is much more comfortable in Sagittarius than it is in Scorpio. So things should be upbeat. Things should be more lively. There's more communication. And the only, quirk is that Mercury is going to start going backwards. And by next Tuesday, it's going into storm, which means that it's going to move a lot slower forward. And then it's going to stand still. And then by November 9th, it'll be in the actual retrograde. So it'll be in the retrograde from around November 9th until the 29th. But the really fast forward ahead again isn't going to happen until December 3rd. And with the air issue with the controllers and everything, I said 2 weeks ago, if you're planning on traveling for the holidays and you have a choice between Thanksgiving and Christmas, remember I said choose Christmas? Yeah. And I feel that even once the government goes back into forward motion and the shutdown ends, it's going to take until after December 3rd, or at least until then, before the issues at the airport and the travel moves along smoothly again.
Do you think, could you have predicted the government shutdown based on the planets and where they were?
I don't know that I actually predicted the shutdown, but I understand that with eclipses, there's issues that happen, and the delays and everything are caused because Sagittarius is basically travel. Is one of the travel signs, Gemini and Sagittarius. But, you know, Jupiter has been contacting our planets, and so Uranus has been contacting our planets. So there's been issues, but since I said Pluto went into Aquarius, there's changes and reorganizations and upheavals and power struggles that go on as a result, especially with Scorpio.
I just read that Amazon just said that the world is changing. We're in a planetary change. They just
Laid off 30,000, right?
30,000. 185-mile-an-hour winds in Jamaica.
Wow.
I know.
Nothing can withstand. They said there's already
it's gonna
7 people just are dead. But this, you can't stay out of this thing's way. You just gotta. I don't know where you're gonna go because it covered the whole island. So it's gonna be catastrophic, from what I can see. Do you see an end
To the shutdown?
to the shutdown? I mean, there are people now that aren't eating. There are people that were on food stamps. That's gone. There are people from the federal government on soup lines. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
This is getting you a little stupid, no?
Yes. Hopefully, with the planets changing signs, there'll be an end to the shutdown. There'll be changes made so that the shutdown doesn't continue. But frankly, the planets were really good. So this is an indicator that we have to stay in control of things. And if certain people or parties decide to go back to the things that they were doing for the past few years, because now all the major planets that had kind of entered the new signs, like Uranus going into Gemini last spring, Saturn going into Aries, Neptune going into Aries. You know, it was like a lot of scandals came out, as I said, a lot of information and things that were wrong, and trying to correct those things is happening. But now all these planets are moving back and have moved back into the signs that they were in between 7 and 2 years ago. And so everybody's trying to go back to those same politics, and it's not going to work this time. We have a new age, a new dawn, and now we got to correct things. So whatever has to be done to correct situations, to correct procedures, to correct organization is going to have to move ahead. We can't go back to the past. The past has been revealed as to where the problems were and what needs to be done to correct them.
You know, I'm all for that, but when you're trying to correct the past and then the future looks bleaker than the past, somewhere that formula isn't working. I can't fix tomorrow if I'm living today, which makes no sense and is worse than yesterday. So I don't understand where this whole concept comes from. You want to fix things, then do that. You want to end things, do that too, but have something to replace it, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but the vision of what you need to replace it isn't here yet. We're still working on the mistakes of the past.
Then how do you rid something that doesn't have an answer? Air traffic controllers kind of need those guys. You know, if you're in a plane and they go tower and there's nobody there, you got a problem. Yes? True?
So the problem stems from the policies that were enacted in the last 4 to 7 years.
Okay,
and
I
now
give you
all
that.
these mistakes, are coming to light.
I give you all of that.
So now we've got Mars into Sagittarius, we've got Mercury into Sagittarius. We're going to work things out. Sagittarius is a visionary. Sagittarius is the future. Sagittarius is religion and faith and doing things for charity. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the philanthropist, the philosopher, and the person who wants to do good for everybody. So the solution has to be where everybody benefits. But the old policies and the contradictions and the controversies that have been in our society for the last 7 years caused by Uranus, where people have been trying to make change, but the status quo needs to remain to some point firm, we have to work that out. So now is a good time to do that. And the solution will arise next year when all the planets go back into the futuristic signs that they were in the spring.
If we have to live under these circumstances from here to next year, there's going to be a revolution.
Maybe
You
next year
can't-
is January.
I don't care if it's December.
Well, we're almost November. I know. I don't know how many
This
more
is,
months people
this
can-
is crazy.
Yeah.
You're talking about lives. You're talking about, and what's going to happen is it's going to boil over, and it's going to get physical. It's going to get really, really
Well,
bad.
it's going to go back. People have to do Christmas, and then it'll get better
Christmas?
for people to get money for Christmas.
Okay, you know what? I'm
Don't
just
you
thinking
think?
about. I'm thinking about Saturday, and she's talking about Christmas.
Well,
I'm thinking about how do we get from here to Saturday? How do people I started reading stuff today about people screaming up in arms, and these are people
Yes.
that I've known for years
Yes.
that were calm. They're no longer calm. You're talking about it's getting ugly. The villagers are getting angry. This is just, and it's funny because all the politicians are still getting paid, yes? They're still getting paid.
that I don't know.
Why is that? I mean, really? If we're going to be in the soup, shouldn't we all be in the soup? Shouldn't they be in the soup too?
She's only here to tell you what the planets are
I
doing.
know that, but I need to talk to
Helen
Sagittarius
can't tell you
and
that.
tell them to get the hell out. I need you to do something.
I think we're going
with
to
these
Sagittarius
planets.
tomorrow.
Mercury is going in Sagittarius. We're still in Scorpio. We're in Scorpio till the 21st of November.
So we're going to have what tomorrow?
We're going to have Mercury going into
we're doing a
Sagittarius, so we should
retrograde?
come to some solution, yes. Because the stubbornness and the holding back and the anger and the determination is going to start ebbing away. And things should improve because Venus will be going into Scorpio, so it'll be improving the Scorpio. And Mars is exiting, so the negative energies of Scorpio are going to dissipate, and Mars is going to go into Sagittarius. Now, with Mars in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is a sign that's generous, that's helpful, that has friends. And the good thing about Sagittarius is even if you have a falling out with a Sagittarian, they'll overlook it. They'll come back and say, okay, that's in the past. Let's forget about it. Let's continue with our friendship. The bad part about Sagittarius is they're very generous, and they end up being generous in the wrong direction. So they're generous with friends, and then when they need some help, the friends aren't there for them, so they feel alone. So that's the issue with Sagittarius. They're the big spenders, they're the high rollers, they're the jet setters. Now is the time to conserve spending. And aside from the government, I'm just talking about people now. Now is the time to conserve spending and to plan for a rainy day, because November is going to be, in terms of progress made, payments received, communications received, is going to all be disrupted. As well as the travel, obviously now is disrupted.
Is retrograde tomorrow, is that a positive?
It's not tomorrow.
It's not
until November
tomorrow.
9th.
Mercury is going into Sagittarius, the sign in which,
Okay.
in a week, is going to start its retrograde.
So doesn't it make it worse when it retrogrades?
It depends on the sign, but yeah, it's just, it delays things for 3 weeks.
I'm
Now,
gonna
since
be
it rules
watching.
travel, since it rules communication, and since Mercury rules the mail and technical issues, all those cars, all those things are in jeopardy. So now is the time. The planets are good today and tomorrow. Now is the time to get things straightened out. If your car is on the brink, if your car has, it's getting a little dysfunction here and there, get it fixed now. Because if
Today or
you
tomorrow?
wait until Mercury goes backwards and it breaks down, then it's going to be really hard to get it fixed.
Gotcha.
Now,
karma.
today and tomorrow, we have the moon in Capricorn, which is good for business. It's making positive aspects to the Scorpio planets, to the Pisces planets, to the let's see, and Jupiter in Cancer, Cancer, it's opposite. So it's energizing all that. Now's a good time to think about a side hustle, to solidify your business and everything like that, sign contracts. But because of the Mercury retrograde with Mars, don't promise too much. Don't get involved in a detailed plan or an organizational reboot. Don't do that now. Try to fix what's happening and then go through the Mercury retrograde period, and then in December, things will start being more clear, more able to move ahead, and people are not flaking out and keeping up with their promises.
I got to tell you, this morning with Perla and Lisa and everything and Dale, all that mess that's going on, you saw what was going on. There were 4 meetings going on with 4 people. It's a mess. It's like everything else around us. Everything is a mess. And I had to run from one to the other and put out a fire. And right now, it's a cluster right now with what's going on around us.
She's just saying we have to be careful not to overpromise.
I'm so careful. I think I'm going to take a month off because
I think it's a good idea.
This is nuts. I'm afraid to sign new stuff.
I know.
I'm afraid to talk to people because people have come forward. One of the things that happens when this kind of environment happens, people want to soothe other people's anxieties. And they've gotten really, really bad. Anxiety, the driving, you could tell people are just very strung out right now.
Well, there are 100 cars because of the rainstorm stuck in East Boca that they had to remove yesterday.
That's just nuts. And that's just the physicality of it. Then there's the emotional side of this thing. There's the food increase side of these things. Everybody's sweating it right now. So.
Well, yeah, and it hasn't even started. The thing to do.
It hasn't even started. I need a drink.
I know my microwave went. It's only 6 months old, but there it went. Anyway, just starting. So yeah, the thing is, it is a good time to communicate, especially when it comes to global issues. It's a good time to talk to people. But don't, take it as being solid, because people are going to change their minds in December. Just get everybody's ideas, write them down, keep them in, and work on existing projects. Don't overdo, don't promise too much, don't get too detailed. Keep it simple, keep it even, keep it smooth, and don't get your hopes up, and have some money set aside for the month of November in case there's delays financially and communication-wise and deal-wise. I'm laying real low in November.
I think I'm going to send you to the White House. I think you should go and talk to Congress because these guys can't get their acts together.
Why? We're going to have a new ballroom that holds 1,000 people.
I don't care about
the food lines can go into the ballroom.
I don't care about the ballroom. I care about everybody else. I don't care about specifically there, but I think that the voice of reason, maybe if you tell people exactly what you just said to us, where it matters, because where it matters seems to be over there. It doesn't matter what we're suffering or want done.
Well, it's hard because people don't have food right now. You and I were looking at social media. They don't have food. They don't have gas. They're trying to decide how to feed their kids, put gas in their car, do what they have to do. But yet, it's going to get worse before it gets better. So then you want them to save money.
So what do I tell these people? To come live here? I mean, what am I going to do? You saw this morning what they were writing about.
I know.
I mean, they're struggling. People are actually struggling. Friends that we know.
Yeah.
People are struggling, and you know who's going to get blamed for it. But the thing is, I think it'll turn around, and especially with the election's going to be not going to be what everybody expects it to be, because Mercury is going backwards and Mars is entering Sagittarius on election day. So whatever the results are right now, they may not be the results. I think things will turn around.
That's next week.
That's next week.
Well, there's all sorts of changes going on around us, and we do the Jeff Santos show, and politically, not that I'm involved, but the production-wise of it, we're all over. We're in New York and California and Chicago and everywhere, and there are all sorts of spikes coming up. And the mayor of New York City, though he's a mayor, he's not the governor. I get that. And they're going to have a socialist mayor and a Republican governor. Yeah, that's going to be a strange bedfellow right there. That whole philosophy thing is going to be interesting, but. I don't know. I look at what's going on, and I sort of get it. I understand what you're saying. It just hurts to see people hurting right now, including us. We're no different.
I think what people are going to realize is they can't depend on the government.
That's right. That's the old John F. Kennedy. Remember him? He said, don't do not what I'm doing for you. It's what you do for the government. It's the other way around. But people have gotten lazy, and they've forgotten the principles of all that.
So now's a good time to develop a side hustle.
Yes.
Now is a good time to bring out your creativity and create some really great works and a way to make money on your talents, so everybody is growing and evolving instead of depending on the government.
And don't always think that running to Uber is the solution.
That's not the solution. The solution is in personal goods and services that somebody can provide.
Exactly.
Everybody has the ability to do something, and they need to grow with that, and they need to develop that. So Sagittarius is going to give positive ideas and positive growth and a working out of the details, because Sagittarius is a mutable sign. So Pisces, Virgo, and Sagittarius are all going to be in play now, as well as Gemini, and they're going to have to get more creative. They're going to have to take control of the details and of the trends in their life. But it's not a good time to make major lifestyle changes right now. You have to work with what you have, develop it, and then grow it at the end of the year and beginning of next year. So let's go back to some of the good ideas we had over the past year or so and see if we can develop them.
Well, do you think that the influence of having those good ideas, self-confidence, all the things that go with that, because everybody's a little bit shook right now, do you think that leaves the premises because you're so worried about how you're going to make ends meet? So that becomes more heavy than knowing you have the ability of regrouping and going around. I mean, sometimes we get bogged down with all the outside pressure.
Well, you never know what's going to come up, because frankly, Mars in Sagittarius is opportunity. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of opportunity. So talking to people, communicating with people, traveling if you can, short distances, not, overseas if you can help it. You can make deals and work out the deals over the month of November and then finalize them in December. But like I said, you need to have something put away for a rainy day. But as far as the pressure and the tension and the stress and the worry that these Scorpio planets have caused, which, Scorpio always takes everything to the extreme and the depth, I think that'll just kind of like bubble to the surface, and Sagittarius will show us a way forward.
How are you holding up in all this? How is your inner core? How do you feel for yourself personally about what's going on?
Emotionally, November was a mess. I try, I know it's coming. I try not to react. I try not to do things, but, you try not to cause problems in relationships or at work or whatever. So I was just like gritting my teeth and not paying attention to my feelings, trying not to anyway. Because I knew this was coming up and I knew it was going to be over. And I went on vacation in September, so I'm still recovering financially from that and getting my work. For me, I'm really, really busy in November, and I've got a lot of detailed work to do, and I'm, trying to get my energy up to handle all that. So I know I'll be busy. And so for the mutable signs that I mentioned, Virgo and Pisces, Gemini and Sagittarius, try to get a hold of the details. Don't over-immerse yourself in detailed work. Don't make, too many commitments. And just try to coast along.
One day at a time.
You're getting it from her. Even she gets nervous. She tries to put that to the side, and she moves forward. And that's good enough for me, because she ain't been wrong yet.
You can only do one deal at a time.
True.
One
deal
move at a time. And
you still got to be focused. You got to be positive about yourself and know that you can lift it and go, and got to block out the noise. We used to talk about that noise.
True.
It's got to be blocked out, because there's pressure all around, even for her. You have it worse because you got to deliver it. Not only are you living it, but you got to explain it.
Right.
And then people have to understand that you look for the side hustle, but believe in yourself and then attempt to do these things to help the cause, yes?
do you think it's going to go back to almost like a cottage industry type of side hustle, where you've got corporate and you've got AI and you've got all these things that are tech heavy, but then there's still the rest of the world that is creative in doing farmers markets and getting to the creative side and growing their own vegetables? Do you see that growing as well?
Yes, I do. Uranus is going back into Taurus, which is an earth sign. So yeah, maybe people will start growing their own food more. People will become more self-sufficient. Like in Europe, they have these little gardens. You know, people live in apartments, but they rent this little space of land, a tiny little garden, where all summer long they grow their vegetables and their fruit and prepare for the winter.
There's a farmers market that started in kind of central Boca I guess in February, and it has gotten so big they actually moved over here to brick starting this weekend, because they had 75. They opened with like 30. They're at 75. Their capacity. They moved to a larger location because people are doing their side hustles on the weekend of trying to make more money, of trying to make fresher
I saw
foods
that.
and juices. That's where we met. I met the date people and some other companies we brought in.
I saw that. I went Sunday to the Pirate deal in Boynton, and I've been going there for 3 years or 2 years. And the last time I went, it was just little Nook. This time, holy smokes, who let the dogs out? It went in that direction, this direction, the police presence, everything, because you got to feel safe when it grows this big. But we spoke to the heads of Boynton Beach government, and they said, this turned out better than we anticipated. Oh my God, the vendors, quadruple the amount of vendors.
You know what I
side
think?
hustles.
Because people can't afford the rents that are happening in the brick and mortars.
Correct.
So you can create it in your home, and then you can go to these other events, even at $200-300 a show. It's way cheaper than $5,000 for rent.
Correct.
Right? And then you've got no overhead. You're making it yourself. People are more apt to give you $20 or $30, where it would be $60 or $70 in a brick and mortar. Do you see this?
Well, that's the Jupiter in Cancer.
It is.
Cancer is food. Cancer is the breadbasket of the world, and growing and kitchen and, baking and cooking. And so, yes, it's growing, and it's a good thing. Like I said, it's a good thing. People are going to become more self-sufficient, and the things that they personally can do, let your home work for you instead of you working for your home, is also the Jupiter in Cancer. We have luck through the home. We have businesses in the home that we're developing, and those are going to move ahead because Jupiter is going to be in Cancer until next spring.
I think
And it's in positive aspect to Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, and that's going to be evident for the rest of the next 6 months. So yeah, this is it's a really, really good thing.
I think it's a good thing. You get to see people, relate to them, understand what they like, what they're passionate about. It's not on the other side of a phone screen or a computer screen. People bring their kids, they're working from home, the kids are there for the day, and really see what this country's all about.
Well, I saw what you guys put together when we went to Crazy Uncle Mike's to put this together, and you based it on her telling you, okay, the planets are like this, and boom, on a Tuesday. I got to tell you, if there was ever a plan that would not work, it was this one. And I don't mean this insulting to her at all.
Thank you so much.
At all. I don't mean it that way at all. It turned out brilliant. But if you were to tell me, do you want to, on a Tuesday night, from short stay from 5 to 7:30, at one of the biggest places known. I mean, I was informed, Crazy Uncle Mike's is a place. I mean, it's a place everybody goes to. Do you want to do that? So if one person shows up, you sort of look around and says, what happened? Boy, it was unbelievable. And we were working the room. I ran into Helen a few times. She was sitting with friends, and everybody had a good time. But if you talk about planning something with a side hustle, and we raised the money for the kids, we already started spending money on the equipment that's coming in little by little. What a plan. So you're right. There is normalcy to this madness.
When you saw the people that came, how much they loved our crew.
They loved them.
They love Chloe. They love Gato. They love the crew that was there, and Abdullah's working so hard. They actually see the humanitarian side of people, not just a computer screen.
And you saw today, he was working with Ed Salazar. They work with her to bring more of their focus on what they're doing, more of the attention on what needs to be done. I mean, we have Helen in here so that you can listen to an option. So we understand that you're panicking. Listen, we read all about it this morning. We went over it, what you guys are writing. We get it. We understand the pressures, but here is a solution, not a solution. Here's an alternative to panicking. Don't panic. You got to keep your wits. That's harder to do than to say don't, because people are really, really under pressure right now. But at least it's good news. I thought Helen was going to tell me the world is coming to an end tomorrow, because my goodness
No, the
gracious.
pressure is easing up. Like I said, Mercury's going tomorrow. Mars is going next week. that pressure of that Scorpio, it's like a volcano waiting to happen. It's like brewing underneath the surface, and then it explodes. So this was also a lot of problems in personal relationships, that things came to a head. People trying to, tolerate things that they didn't agree with, or that were a problem in a relationship, or a relationship didn't go anywhere. So that, it's like, hopefully you didn't burn any bridges, but let's just forget about what happened. Let's just move ahead and be happy, and not let all these emotions that bubble up from the surface define us, control us, and compel us to act. And if we acted badly, let's apologize and move on. The Sagittarius is a hail fellow, well met. Yes, we had a little falling out, but I love you, you're my friend, and let's move ahead.
Agreed.
Or if the relationships were meant to break up, then no amount of talk or effort is going to keep them together.
Ever lose touch with a friend and you don't remember why? But you just reach back out to them and you kind of pick back up where you were.
Or you run into them?
And you realize why are you not even speaking? And if there was no issue, like you said, why not rekindle that friendship? Even just a phone call or a text.
The friendship never died. It's just you separated. Lorena's one. Lisa's another one.
Right.
These are people that I've known for 12 years. And I didn't stay
Even
in
Perla,
touch with them.
yeah.
Perla,
But nothing happened. It's
nothing
just
bad
people
happened.
lose touch. So
Yeah.
rekindle.
12 years
back.
is a Jupiter cycle, so the Jupiter came back to 12 years ago, and the relationship was rekindled.
Yeah,
Telling you
that's
that 30-year
unbelievable.
cycle is crazy. Just Saturn return
The
is
cycle
crazy.
is unreal.
The other thing is, with the Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, as I said 2 weeks ago, don't put it in writing. Watch what you say. And Sagittarius has a tendency to be brutally frank. And the reason is they want to break up relationships, they want to break up situations, because to them, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. They're always looking to the other side. So for Sagittarius, we need to stop thinking that it's going to be better on the other side. We need to make the changes within ourselves, because no matter what side of the fence we're on, if we're not positive within ourselves, we're not going to be happy.
True
Because
that.
we have to take ourselves with us.
True that. It all starts with you. And it's funny because I read today there's 3 types of people on the planet. The one that kicks you when you're down, the one that leaves you when you're down, and then there's that one person that picks you up and says, come on, let's do this together, let's get out of the hole. If you see somebody having a hard time, just be nice. Sometimes just saying it's going to be okay makes a big, big difference. And that's what we have to do. We have to get back together to helping ourselves together. We have to sort of, I'm not asking you to do something for somebody, just be positive.
Maybe that's the silver lining. People actually helping each other, extending a hand.
I haven't seen such despair since the days in COVID. I mean that. And my sister on the phone yesterday, just things going on in her life, going on in New York City that are going on. She was talking to me about the bodies that were in those freezers at Columbia University, at Columbia Hospital, and having to walk by every day to go to work. And since COVID, I haven't seen such isolationist. Everybody is isolated. You got to get back. We got to get back to finding another way, to being there for one another. Stop screaming at one another. Stop fighting. If you don't mean to be, then that's okay. Do that, but you don't got to do it fighting. Let's just try to figure out how to work together and make this thing happen.
Helen, how do people reach you?
I'm a Cosmic Astrology Society on Facebook and also on TikTok. I got pretty good luck on TikTok. Everybody seems to like my posts.
Take a look. She's got a spider on her head in one of them.
She has a lot of... Listen, if you want to have your own... do you do parties? I think I asked you this
I do
once.
parties. I prefer to do parties and reach a lot of people.
Yeah, and that might be one way. If you got a neighborhood and 12 neighbors want to get together and bring her in to calm the waters of despair or anger or everything like that. I mean, the last thing in the world is I want somebody who's angry is going to do something really stupid, really against themselves or somebody else. That's what we're trying to avoid here. But you may want to have Helen come in, call her, set something up, and let her talk you through the ease of it. I know that when you come, I feel a whole lot better going through this thing. I feel better today because this morning was rough, man. Holy smokes. I got up into a whirlwind. And you know what's going on in the Atlantic right now. And our prayers are with everybody
True.
in Jamaica. So.
True, true. All right, Helen, thank you. As always, happy Tuesday. We're going to
Same
take
to
a
you.
quick break. When we come back, this day in history, and we'll wrap it up. We'll be right back.
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top-notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
Looking for bold, authentic flavor? Step into Bramer's Brazilian cuisine, where the vibrant taste of Brazil meets your favorite American classics. From savory churrasco to juicy burgers, every dish is made with passion. Hosting a party or a special event? We cater all occasions with incredible food that leaves a lasting impression. Our Boynton Beach location offers generous seating with a separate dining area for bigger parties. Come visit us in person today at 1035 Gateway Boulevard, number 201, Boynton Beach, Florida, 33426. Contact us by phone at 561-272-6377. Enjoy the Brazilian taste. Enjoy the Bramer's taste.
At Coriander, we bring you simplified yet elevated Indian food, where every spice, every aroma, and every clay oven dish is a celebration of your senses. From the rich warmth of cinnamon and cloves to the depth of turmeric and coriander, our curries are crafted with love, passion, and tradition. Comfort food from across the ocean. Come taste the magic at Coriander. Visit us at 3441 Woolbright Road, Boynton Beach, Florida, or call 561-739-3952 to order today. Coriander, where flavor meets comfort.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddy S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
This Day in History is brought to you by Oldies Radio. The Statue of Liberty, a gift of friendship from the people of France to the people of the United States, is dedicated in New York Harbor by President Grover Cleveland. Congress passes the Volstead Act over President Woodrow Wilson's veto. The Volstead Act provided for the enforcement of the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, also known as the Prohibition Amendment. On October 28, 1965, construction is completed on the Gateway Arch, a spectacular 630-foot-high catenary curve of stainless steel marking the Jefferson National Expansion Memorial on the waterfront of St. Louis, Missouri. This day in history is brought to you by Oldies Radio.
And we're back.
Wow.
Heather has a class. You can't come in. So if you listen, if you guys want to meet me there, I'll be there around 5:30.
Maybe Michael wants to go with you.
Maybe they want to come. It's called Trunk or Treat. So I guess there's candy in the trunk of cars. I don't know about this because the last time I got involved with a trunk of a car, I had nothing to do with candy.
I don't know about that either.
I don't know about that either.
So we'll see. But Freddie's going to be there. Texas Roadhouse will be in the studio in November. Put a video together and try to raise some awareness for their food.
And we're going back to KC and Coriander?
In
November. What we're doing?
Yep.
In November? Let's see, we have a party atmosphere. Maybe we do it early, a party atmosphere.
I actually think we're going to be at Coriander November 21st, so we need to talk to Center Stage and let them know that we'd like to do their show on the road.
You better let them know because I think they have something going on December 21st.
November?
Oh, we have to ask. But we want everybody to come out. Why don't we have a 21st is right before Thanksgiving.
It's the week before.
We have a Thanksgiving feast type of deal.
Friendsgiving. We usually do that every year, Friendsgiving.
Look at you eating M&Ms.
We should do a Friendsgiving again.
We should.
If everyone's going to be a friend.
Don't we usually have that here?
Yes, we do.
So what do you want to have it at Coriander?
I don't know. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It'd be nice to have friends come out right now. The way things are, we should have one every day. Help people out and see what we can do.
Absolutely. Did you reach out to Deborah?
Yes, Deborah Chandrich right now is in session, so
Okay.
she's not taking phone calls. But they said that they'll call me as soon as she can.
Okay. Eat healthy, live better. They always have an open food bank for people to get food from. They're always about healthy eating, healthy families, healthy children. The more resources we have, the more we'll share out.
Yeah, we're going to look out. And if you have a resources helping people eat or whatever, give us a holler and we'll give you a shout out to that as well. Whatever we can do to help people. We did it during COVID. We did it.
Yeah.
We've done it a number of times. Whatever you have to help, come on in and let's talk on the air.
All right. Ready to wrap it up?
Let's go.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. Happy Tuesday. Wow. Can't even believe it. Happy Halloween coming on Friday. We will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.